Hello there, my very good friends. On today's afternoon wrestling news, Bray Wyatt foreshadowed John Cena's turn 5 years ago.
Even WWE hates Drake.
Is Travis Scott wrestling? ?
And some big news on the next WWE draft. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the After News.
Woo! Alright, let's talk about Bray Wyatt, man. Bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
From the late, great man himself. This is just a fun thing to talk about on a Monday morning, 2 days after the John Cena heel turn, I think. But yeah, this is just a cool thing to circle back on. Obviously, when they did this segment and when they did the Firefly Funhouse, I don't think they were sitting there going, what if we turned heel in 5 years? But it's still fun, isn't it, revisiting these threads from the past. So just going to go over a couple of Bray Wyatt promos, see if they ring any bells.
I remember this so well.
This is 2020. This is the bad old days. And I was watching these promos. It was an empty-ass performance center. Yeah. I was like, oh, God. I don't need this in my life. Fan. Yeah, I don't need this in my life again. In-ring promo before WrestleMania 36. Bray Wyatt to John Cena. I know why you came here, John. And I know you can't say no. What? That doesn't make any sense. I'll start again. I know why you came here, John, and I know why you can't say no. You don't really think that we think that you care about the future, do we? I mean, John Cena cares about John Cena, right? It doesn't matter who he has to smash or bury along the way as long as he gets his spotlight. That's what it's all about. You crave it like an addict. You fiend for it. See what he did there? Hey, good stuff, good stuff. And then in the Firefly Funhouse itself, which was like a complete deconstruction of Cena as a person and a character with the NWO turn and like, why have you never turned heel? You're such an asshole. You suck. Some lines from that as well. Chances. How dare you talk to me about chances, John Cena? I've had to earn everything I've ever been given in life and they're still taken from me. You're the golden goose, John. Your chances are unlimited. You're untouchable. But you're not a hero, John. You're a bully. You're a horrible person. You take the weaknesses of others and you turn them into jokes. You do anything for fame, John. Congratulations. You're the man now, John. Poor lonely John Cena.
Oh.
This is your last chance, man. The floor's yours. So there you go, man. It's just Bray Wyatt, it was all about these kind of cryptic messagings and stuff like that. And oftentimes it was aimed at kind of pulling characters apart and reassembling them in his own way. And sometimes it didn't come off maybe the way he wanted. But then sometimes you get stuff like this and it kind of accidentally fits into a nice big puzzle. I don't think after he announced his retirement, I was like, well, he's never going heel, Cena. He's never going heel. Why would he? It's his retirement year. He can't possibly go heel. Everyone wants to cheer. It's John Cena. They want to cheer for him. And then he did it. It's just fun to interconnect these things. So
it's fascinating, because I think, a lot of people have tried over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, we could arguably sit here and say, Kane's embraced the hate promo, vindicated, because that's apparently what John Cena's done now.
So maybe the first time in history you can say Kane was right.
Yes. It's just one of those things, and people are pointing to a lot of things that have happened recently, obviously, to say, well, is this a little indication with him not showing up to telly for a bit or whatever, or he was real quick to jump all over CM Punk after Seth Rollins basically handed him the match in the Elimination Chamber. But no, I don't think anyone could sit there and honestly say, we saw this one coming. Although, this has obviously been a plan from The Rock from the get-go, because let's not forget, that match at WrestleMania happened in, what year was it, Andy?
2020.
2020. And how many steps ahead did The Rock say he was on NXT?
He said 5 years ahead, actually.
So there you go.
So he said he was 20 steps ahead, didn't he?
He started.
I was 2,020 steps ahead. That's a long way, Rock. That's a quarter of your daily steps allowance. What's pretty cool, actually, like, seeing as we're doing lore today, apparently.
Yes, I love it. We did a whole with finger lore in the morning news. If you want to check that out.
We're talking about Elden Ring. It's great. You know what's good, right? Cena in this chamber, very opportunistic win.
Yep.
It was really Rollins who screwed Punk, and then they'll have a match. But it's very uncharacteristic of John Cena to just. Well, I mean, he's done plenty of assholish things over the years, but like, the precedent for this is Money in the Bank 2011, when Vince and Laurinaitis come down the ring and try to screw the match. And John Cena's like, hell no, we're going to do this clean. Yeah, like, so like 14 years onwards, it's pretty cool seeing little character changes like that. And yeah, look, sometimes these things are happy accidents, sometimes they are plans. I don't think it matters either way. I think if you enjoy it and you're into it, you should go all the way in. I'm a big proponent of going all the way in on your enjoyment of stuff. Look, life is short and full of terrors, and it's hard. So if you're passionate about something, I think you should dive right in, and you should embrace every single element of it. So if you want to make the Charlie Day pinboard with all the bits and pieces, do it, celebrate it, shout it from the rooftops, and don't let anyone call you a nerd or anything like that. They're just jealous because they don't have your passion. Get into it.
I think it's one of those things where I can't wait to hear, like, how many people who have been like lapsed casual fans will be like, John Cena's heel.
What? Yeah.
So now you have to follow this up, and I'm so excited to see what happens from Cody Rhodes' perspective, what John Cena actually has to say rather than just dropping a microphone. The Rock, what the hell's he going to say next? And like, is John Cena going to sit there and say, I knew I had to do it the moment I got knocked out of the Royal Rumble by Jey Uso? Because he said that what's best for business is I confidently say I'm going to win my 17th title. Is that because he'd already decided I'm going to be The Rock's champion? Yeah. I don't know, but I'm into it.
I don't think they've announced him or Rock for Raw, have they? So, like, if that graphic drops today, this afternoon, it's the must-watch TV.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
And Raw's the A show now again.
Yeah, it's loads. I mean, SmackDown was all right this week, actually, to be fair. I liked Jacob versus Andrade.
I love Jacob talking.
He's the best.
Give him 3 hours to talk.
Yeah. Talking... Like, that segment they did a few weeks ago where it was Jacob talking... Solo comes out, walks away, and Jacob just talks more. Amazing. Yeah. I love it. I love Jacob Fatu. But yeah, there you go. Let us know what you think of all of this. Yeah, actually, hit us with all your crazy lore predictions. Like, go back through the annals and point out moments where John Cena's been a total asshole and foreshadowed all of this. And yeah, it's good stuff, man. Get into it. Like, just embrace your passions.
Yeah.
Go for it.
But Andy, Elimination Chamber was a star-studded affair. There was one of the ML boys down there, wasn't there? And his, I think his missus was in Designated Survivor, and a load of rappers whose names I can't remember right now. But as always, it was one of these WWE events where they go, don't forget so-and-so's here. Oh my God, the guy from Professional Bull Riding Association or whatever it is. But one person who did not get a mention in Toronto for Elimination Chamber is Drake, which is really funny. Obviously, hometown rapper. Now, apparently, according to reports, he was kind of trying to keep a low profile early on in baseball cap and what have you.
Yeah.
And there was WWE making no reference to Drake. That was until Logan Paul wrote OVO on his Elimination Chamber pod, and then suddenly people started clicking onto this.
He wrote Humble on another one as well. So Kendrick.
Yeah. And Drake basically gave up the pretense of being incognito, and when they did the sort of crowd panel, the shot of, and you could see him, he was marking out like the rest of us. Yeah. But at no point did WWE say, by the way, one of the biggest rappers in the world in the attendance here, because they know it's, he's currently not in the best place, let's say.
Persona non grata.
Well, he was in the best place on Saturday night, Elimination Chamber.
Oh yes, it's the best pay-per-view ever.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say about Drake? Okay, there is a possibility that Drake said, I'd rather not have the nameplate. And there's a chance, for sure. I don't know. Canadians, help us out, right? Because Drake has always ridden for Toronto.
Yes.
Views from the Six, all of that stuff. He's always ridden for Toronto. Does Toronto, after everything that's happened in the past couple of years, does Toronto still ride for Drake?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. You'd imagine so. It's his hometown. But then again, Kendrick called him a criminal of various varieties several times.
At the Super Bowl.
And then did a little dance. It's like, what are you going to do about that? And also Pusha T exposed him as a deadbeat dad like 6 years ago.
I remember that.
Which was brutal. Megan rap.
He beat Meek Mill, didn't he?
Yeah.
He won that one.
Meek Mill.
That was kind of, it was sort of... Mike Tyson boxing game though. I'll beat Meek Mill. I think I'll take a Pusha T. Oh God, Kendrick.
Yeah. This is the problem with these Drake beefs, right? Is that he's really sharp. He is genuinely really sharp with the disses and stuff. But the problem is he went after two murderers in Pusha T and it's like going, like, no disrespect to Meek Mill. I like Dreams and Nightmares as much as the next person, but like, it's like going from the blooming United States title straight to fighting Gunther.
Yeah, yes,
it's tough. Yeah, it's a step up in competition.
I got a win over Akira Tozawa. Yeah. I think I can take on Obafemi now.
yeah. I mean, Drake versus Obafemi would be pretty fun. I've never been a big Drake fan personally. Like, I don't know. I find him I find his delivery a bit nasally and like, I don't like, weirdly, as someone who's really into rap music, I don't really like his hip hop more stuff. I prefer it when he does R&B. I think it suits him a bit better because he's kind of a soft guy presentation. He's not Ghostface Killer.
No,
like, he's not Onyx, like MOP or something. But yeah, not to my taste. So I thought it was quite funny that.
Yeah, it's funny. In my head, they went, "Oh my God, there's Drake. Should we give him a mention?" Don't mention Drake.
He's kind of. He's had a tough couple of years. Although
we got people chanting "Yeet," not A minor.
Although we should say that despite all of this, he's still. Like, I mean, how much? Let's look at his Spotify.
Yeah, what is his
Spotify
right listens?
Right,
I think he might blow the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast out of the water. You know,
I mean, he has a good chance of beating us. He's not struggling, is he?
No, we'll be talking more about Elimination Chamber, by the way, on the podcast all day today. If you want to check that out. How many?
81.4 million monthly listens. Yeah, Drake's okay. I think he's okay with
fine.
not being.
He's not bothered by being mentioned by WWE.
If I check that tomorrow and his listen count is like 100,000.
Unless Drake's giving the one to counter Travis Scott in that triple trios match.
He's jacked, to be fair, Drake. He's got some muscle on him.
Yeah.
So why not? Mamacita. I like Travis. I used to like Travis Scott. His music evolved into a thing I don't really care for. But
I don't really know Travis Scott.
Apart
from Fiend.
Let's talk about Travis Scott.
Yes.
Fightful Select. Travis Scott's been training to wrestle, man.
This is wild.
This is insane. So he's done a bunch of stuff for WWE already. He was on the Netflix premiere where he may not have been smoking a
I was going to say, WWE relaxed their drug policy recently.
Yeah.
Phew.
As Pat McAfee said, he's burning sage. So I think that's a thing you do to ward off spirits or something.
Yeah. I don't think he was doing that.
Yeah, get the ghosts out of this building. Yeah, Travis Scott's not really into. I don't think he's a big Ouija board guy. And maybe he is. I don't know.
Do you reckon Pat McAfee heard the phrase "devil's lettuce" and went, "Oh, it must be some sort of like
Satan." Satan stuff probably. Lucifer's legumes. We hate legumes in this office, don't we? We hate them. But yeah, and he's got like a new hardcore title and stuff. He's got Raw's theme song. All of this stuff, right? And then he was on Elimination Chamber. All of this.
I first saw the silhouette. I was like, "Is Rock shrunk?"
Yeah, the Rock's lost a bit of muscle mass. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But there's more to it. There's more to this situation. According to Fightful, they don't know. People in WWE did not know he was going to be involved, or the extent that he'd be involved in this angle ahead of time. But people. Since mid-January, I've heard that wheels were in motion for him to be involved in a major angle in WWE. The Rock, of course, has answered a question about him wrestling and said it was a possibility. Fightful
Anything's
has learned
a possibility with The Rock, let's be honest.
Anything could happen. Fightful has since learned that Travis Scott has been training to wrestle. He's been at WWE Legends Wrestling School, apparently, doing some drills and stuff. So there have been discussions as well to have this guy work a match. There's no timetable on when that might occur, but often these things happen at WrestleMania. That's very soon, admittedly. But look, there's a high bar for celebrity matches in 2025.
There's
you have to be good.
Yeah, but there is a low bar for wrestlers hitting moves because I remember Snoop Dogg and his frog splash.
And then when he saved The Miz versus Sheamus.
Yes!
That was awesome.
I forgot that one. We need to rewatch.
Awesome.
Shane still got it.
Yeah, you've still got it.
But yeah, there's one name that immediately comes to mind, isn't there? And it's Bad Bunny.
Yeah, another musician.
Like, what? Then they could probably put on a good match.
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny, yes, was probably led mostly by Damian Priest in that awesome match in Puerto Rico. But even so, like I do kind of like Logan Paul. Obviously, has set the highest.
He's just a wrestler
bars.
now. Yeah, he's just a wrestler now.
Best buckshot lariat in the game, obviously.
Johnny Knoxville.
I saw what you did there with the buckshot.
Yeah. Johnny Knoxville Johnny Knoxville was aided a little bit, right? Because it was basically a Jackass skit. But it was great.
I seem to remember they might have had 1 or 2 gimmicks in that match.
Yeah, it was great, though, don't get me wrong.
I loved that match so much.
Yeah. I liked Action Bronson. I thought he was fun. Oh, he just ran into people and did an Oklahoma Stampede. It was fun.
Shaq.
That match ruled.
Great.
That match rocked. And then he went in the ambulance and just disappeared.
Yeah.
Remember that? No one's seen him since, actually. No. Crazy stuff. Yeah, like, the point is there's a high bar.
Yeah.
So he needs to put in the same level of commitment as Bad Bunny and the other people we've mentioned. But if he does that, probably going to be fun.
I'd watch it, absolutely. I hope he doesn't necessarily get too involved in Cody Rhodes and John Cena's feud, but he was there.
I mean, he might wrestle Cody Rhodes. That's a possibility.
I mean, if anyone's going to drag a great match out of him, it would be Cody, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
if anyone's going to drag a good match out of Cody,
it's Travis Scott.
Yeah.
That's who he needs to work with.
Yeah, but yeah, he's one of the biggest stars in the world. Actually, let's compare his Spotify listens to Drake's. Live comparison here on the WhatCulture Wrestling News, which is pre-recorded. Travis Scott, is he number one?
I've been listening
to
a
lot. Yeah, he is. Fiend. 73.8, so he's a bit below Drake, but he's still a massive star.
Yes, doing alright for himself.
Yeah, I've not listened to this man in years, but I like Days Before Rodeo.
I'm going to start listening to him a lot more now. Now he's part of my favourite faction ever.
Listen to Mamacita, that's really good. Mamacita. It's like, yeah, it's good. Also wrestling, China, so there you go.
Yeah. Finally today, you remember WWE very recently had the weird sort of transfer window. It wasn't really a defined period of time and people just kind of jumped between shows just to mix things up a little bit. Well, obviously people now want to know, after that, when's the next WWE draft? Because that's only just happened, and normally the draft happens straight after WrestleMania. And it appears that is going to be the case again. In a Q&A on PW Insider, Mike Johnson was asked about the WWE draft happening in the aftermath of WrestleMania 41, and there are plans for that. Not exactly a time set right now. Obviously, normally it's a 2-night draft, and it's couple of weeks maybe after WrestleMania, but we don't know definitively when that's going to happen, but expect it pretty soon after WrestleMania 41.
Yeah, this time of year makes sense. It makes a lot more sense. All right, light. It makes a lot more sense doing it now than just before Survivor Series.
Yes.
And then doing T-shirt time and all that nonsense. So I have no problem with it. Yeah, look, they don't really enforce the split and all this, and they break their own rules, but at this point, I don't care. Like the thing is,
the titles are switching shows, aren't they?
Yeah,
the World Heavyweight and the WWE.
They're going to flippy do the titles because Cody should be on Raw. Really, I mean, or John Cena. I don't know.
Yeah.
After WrestleMania, so I'm okay with it. Also, like, it's probably a ratings. I can't remember if this boosts ratings. Probably does.
Yeah,
probably does. So,
and I think it will be. Yeah, it's always interesting, isn't it? It always feels like in the aftermath of WrestleMania, all right, well, what new have you got me? When they mix things up, suddenly you're like, oh, wait a second, those two people have never fought.
It's good for the content as well.
Yeah.
Articles and videos from our point of view, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful for that going forward.
Yeah. Get my man Jamie Kennedy. He can write like 5 articles in a day. He's an animal.
Yeah.
Shouts to Jamie. Very important member of the team who doesn't get enough credit. Love Jamie.
But yeah, looking forward to the draft after WrestleMania. But right now, very much looking forward to WrestleMania. And if you want to know what on earth was the finger thing that The Rock was doing at Elimination Chamber, I mean, find out what we think about it right here.
Fingers. Get your fingers right here.
Ooh, I'm not going to do the thing in case I swear.
Yeah, it might get hurt. Bye.
Bye.